Hello everyone, Nicole Cordoves here, and I'm very excited for this episode because we would be looking into the former Binibini Pilipinas queens who joined this year's edition of Miss Universe Philippines 2024. So the first former Binibini Pilipinas queen that I'm very excited to see is Selena Antonia Reyes. She was part of Binibini Pilipinas back in 2010 and she was just 24 years old back then. And then I remember meeting her in a mock pageant that I hosted for my former beauty camp, and she was holding a stroller pa that time with, I think, her second child then. And then I just remember stories from other Binibini Pilipinas queens as well, saying how she is very supportive of every batch. Like, she would really go to these mock pageants, attend the events of my former beauty camps. So to see her in her most fit form with 2 kids, may abs siya, guys. So I can't wait to see how her journey would unfold this time at, 38 years old? So there's so much to look forward to Selena's journey, and I cannot wait to hear her story because pageantry back in 2010 when she joined looks so much more different now. Feeling ko since then, pageantry has at least gone through 3 major waves of changes at the very least. So I want to see how a 2010 pageant queen would compete today. It'll be really interesting because, you know, there's social media now, and then there are iba na yung requirements right now for a pageant queen. So gusto ko makita talaga kung ano yung atake niya. But so far, she has been producing a lot of really good top-notch content on social media, really good photos. She has been very vocal about her story as well, sharing it in her captions that I really take time to read. So now that Miss Universe Philippines is officially kicking off, I can't wait to hear more about her life story in her upcoming interviews. So what about you guys? Are you very excited for her journey as well? The next Binibini Pilipinas queen I'm really looking forward to seeing is Chris Hanson of Cebu. I remember she was one of my really strong bets. She has this perfect face, and then iba talaga yung dating ng mga Cebuana beauty queens, no? Like, iba yung styling nila. Sobrang plakadong beauty queen talaga. She was just stunning. I remember her nailing her Q&A also for the Binibini Pilipinas finals night. And she placed really well in her Miss Intercontinental competition where she finished 2nd runner-up. So that was back in 2014. Now she is 34 years old. And since Chris has won Binibini Pilipinas in 2014, she's gone into acting, she's done modeling jobs, she has become the face of Myra E. She's been hosting a lot. And then when she decided to join Miss Universe Philippines Cebu, she took us on her journey as well of transformation and how she got her best form back and eventually won the crown in Cebu. So I can't wait to see what new flavor she has to serve in this next journey in her life. Up next is Christy McGarry, who was in Binibini Pilipinas 2015. She is now 34 years old, and Christy has always been a sentimental queen to a lot of people. I think also primarily because when she was crowned to represent Miss Intercontinental back in 2015, people were gasping in the audience. And this was also the first time I watched Binibining Pilipinas live. Because Christy, prior to joining Binibining Pilipinas, was actually Mutya ng Pilipinas Asia Pacific in 2010, where she was sent to the Miss Intercontinental pageant. So when we were watching live, we were like, okay, what crown would go to Christy? Because she was a stunner, a total performer. You couldn't take her eyes off her. She had this high ponytail, she had the height, she had this beautiful morena skin. It was hard to take your eyes away from her amongst all the candidates during that night. So we were thinking, what crown would go to Christy? Because Miss Intercontinental would probably not be an option, right? And then she was crowned Miss Intercontinental again at the end of the night. So we were like, Is that even legal? Should the judges go back and like re-deliberate this because it's the same pageant? And eventually, Christy proved to be a formidable candidate in the Miss Intercontinental 2015 edition, where she finished first runner-up, but I still think she should have been the winner. And then she has been modeling for so many brands. She has taken on the role of being a muse for the country's top designers, which gives her such an advantage this time around for Miss Universe Philippines because her trove of selection of designers that she could collaborate with, she could work with, is quite an enviable list. She has also been DJing for a lot of top brands as well, traveling around the world. So she has collected so many experiences and memories. So she has really established her strong personal branding as this well-spoken, really eloquent host, model. She can carry the brands. She is one of the favorite muses of the country's top designers. And I remember attending the training sessions with her when I was just about to join Binibini Pilipinas way back. And she was fresh from New York, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Basta from America. And I think she could be a really good representation of a modern Filipina who has seen a lot of the world and knows how to interact with different cultures, different people as well. Up next is one of the Binibinis who is really close to my heart. That's Stacey Gabriel. If you don't know it yet, if you haven't watched her interview on my channel yet, I am linking it right up here. And Stacey is just one of those rare gems that you have this encounter with, and then she just touches your life. She inspires you in a lot of ways with her words, with her stories, her vulnerability, her openness. And you know I have a bias towards Binibinis who have a way with words. We know how she has aced her Q&A. So since finishing her stint in Binibini Pilipinas 2022, placing at second runner-up, I feel like Stacey since then has bloomed so much. She has found the right styling, the right hair, makeup. She has found her voice most of all. And now, ever since seeing her exposures in Miss Universe Philippines, I can see that she has transitioned into this fashion girly. I love how she kept the more relaxed, blended the makeup that's still snatched, but then she matches it with like mermaid waves. Kumalma talaga siya, pero that aesthetic is the right fit for her. And I felt like during her Binibining Pilipinas journey, yung nagkulang talaga sa kanya is styling. And seeing her right now, you know that our girl has come prepared. So Stacey, I wish you all the luck in the universe for you to get that crown. And I am so happy to see how far you have come. And I cannot wait to see how you would continue to unravel your shining personality and the new looks that you would be serving us. Cannot wait for the slayage. And finally, we have one of the most awaited comebacks in pageantry, Atisa Manalo. She was just 20 years old back in 2018. I remember meeting her in my training sessions with my former beauty camp before. She was this very, very sweet girl from the province. But after being crowned in Binibining Pilipinas as Miss International 2018, she has become this really fierce, mature woman. But ever since then, she has never lost the attention of the pageant fans. Kaya inaabangan talaga yung comeback niya in Miss Universe Philippines this time. And Atisa has always been and will always be like this perfect-looking doll. And we see bit by bit yung transformation niya this time into a fiercer look. Like we can see more tan this time, and then yung styling niya mas pang Miss Universe na. But other than this, I've heard from the girls that she has competed with that what really makes Atisa scary is when you are with her on the runway dahil nangangain talaga siya sa stage when it comes to performance. And iba talaga yung tama ng ilaw sa kanya once she's on the runways. And she can really hit those turns, that pasarela, and she can put a lot of playful and fierce, sultry emotions into it. Like she has this really wide range when it comes to stage performance. So yun talaga, more than the photos, the pasabogs, yun talaga inaabangan ko kay Atisa Manalo. Especially since she has been quite a mystery history since 2018. She doesn't really share a lot of her life on social media. The last na balita ko lang is she has gotten into a lot of business ventures herself, so she has tried her hand into entrepreneurship. That's why I can't wait to actually hear about what she has gone through since she was crowned last time in Binibini Pilipinas, how much she has grown, ano ba yung napagdaanan niya, and also like ano yung naging hugot niya kung bakit she decided to finally join this year. I cannot wait to hear more of Atisa and the stories that she has to tell because we already know she serves face. Her styling is on point. Yung rampa niya, kuhang-kuha na rin niya yun. But she can do it in her sleep while sleepwalking. This time around, I feel like I really, really want to hear more from Atisa and what she advocates for, what she stands for, and how she could stand as a role model for other women who can identify with her story or her journey or even her message. So those are the things that I really look forward to Atisa's journey. So that wraps up today's episode. Did I miss anyone, or do you want me to talk about certain candidates who joined this year's Miss Universe Philippines edition? Let me know in the comment section down below. It's gonna be an exciting bardagulan of beauties talaga this year. And to my Binibini Pilipinas sisters, we wish you all the luck. Inaabangan namin yung journey nyo, and I am sure that it will be a beautiful one. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you won't have to miss an episode.